Did you know that 7 is my lucky number? Well, it is, especially when I get 7 chicken McNuggets in my box of 6. Oh, well, it was before I became vegetarian. But that's the kind of thing that makes my day. But there's also something else that starts with a 7 that not only makes my day, but also my week and my month. And that is 7 wonderful years of warranty when you buy a new car. Now, there's not many car makers out there that will quite happily allow your aging hatchback to be brought back to the garage to fix an electrical gremlin for free 7 years after you've bought it. In fact, there's only 3 brands that will happily let you do that: MG, SsangYong and Kia. And Kia was the first to offer that 7-year guarantee back in 2006. Now, that was when the range consisted of the very dull but very worthy Sedona people carrier and the Rio hatchback. Oh, they've come a long way, as we're about to find out. Ta-da!
This is the Kia Ceed, and it's just had a facelift. Available as a hatchback like this, an estate called the Sportswagen, and as a sleek Proceed shooting brake. This is the 3rd version of the Ceed, and it first appeared in 2018. And while it got plenty of praise from us at the time, Kia thought it was time to give it a bit of extra pizzazz just 3 years later. And pizzazz it has, thanks to a selection of cosmetic surgery that includes a smart new grille, swept back headlights, plus Kia's new logo. I'm quite taken with it actually. Much more modern. This car's orange fusion paint is new to the Ceed too, and I love it. You could even say, orange is the new black. See what I did there? Under the bonnet, you get a choice of a 1 litre and 1.5 litre petrol engines or a 1.6 litre diesel. A 1.6 plug-in hybrid petrol engine is also planned, which will run on just electric power for when you want to minimise your tailpipe emissions. But the Ceed we're focused on here is the turbocharged 1.5 petrol, which comes with the choice of manual or an automatic gearbox.
Guys, you forgot to remind me. I got so carried away, I forgot to do the whole like and subscribe thing. You know the drill. Subscribe to the Car Buyer YouTube channel, click on the bell icon, then you get notifications every time a new video goes live, and if you like this video, then like it. Right, back to the car. I mean, as you sit yourself in this new Kia Ceed, would you look at that? It looks very similar to the current outgoing version. I mean, the updates are more of a blink and you'll miss them variety, but there are some enhancements. I mean, we still have these analog dials with a nice little TFT screen here in the middle. It's all nice and easy to follow. But move your eyes to the centre. And all the higher spec models come with this 10.25 inch touchscreen, which is all nice and easy to use. And it's nice and clear as well. I mean, you've got lots of goodies packed in there. Even the basic versions comes with a reversing camera. Very nice. You've got a nice shortcut menu down the bottom here, so you don't have to get lost in menus while you're driving along. Every version of the Kia Ceed comes with DAB radio, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto, so you can stay nice and legal if you want to use your phone's functions while you're driving. And oh, would you look at that? Ventilation is all physical buttons, physical dials. Lovely. Oh, higher spec models also come with Kia Connect, which means you can connect with your car using an app for 7 years. Thank you very much, Kia. Now, this GT line comes with the optional sport seats, which look very lovely. They feel very comfy. I mean, whichever version you go for, the materials are very nice on the seats and on the dash. And oh, updated gear knob. You get excited for that kind of thing.
Kia prefers to keep its specs fairly straightforward, and you have the choice of 2, 3 and, no, not 4, but GT line trims with the Ceed. Even 2 cars come pretty well equipped, but 3 and GT line trims get the larger touchscreen we just mentioned, plus bigger wheels, dual zone climate control and privacy glass. As always, full details are available at carbuyer.co.uk.
Okay, so the car we have here is the Kia Ceed 1.5T GDI GT line, which is one of the top spec models, so you get lots of goodies. But what is it like to drive? Well, 1.5 isn't exactly a hot hatch, but this feels like quite a nippy little number. An 158 brake horsepower turbocharged engine gets this car 0 to 62 in 8.4 seconds. It's quite a smooth performer as well. I mean, we have the 6-speed manual gearbox, which we would recommend staying with actually. There is the option to have the DCT auto, but that is a little bit on the grumbly side, so we'd recommend staying with this. Now, the GT line is supposed to be the sporty trim, so it means that the suspension is ever so slightly firmer, so it keeps the car nice and flat when you're taking corners quickly on twisty turny roads. But it does get a little bit more unsettled with small bumps in the road than you might expect, so you might get some complaints from the family. Now, in terms of steering, is nice and quick. It's got a nice bit of weight to it. It is a tad on the vague side, so it's not exactly the best hatchback or estate to have a bit of fun on twisty turny roads. A Ford Focus is much better if that's your bag, but if you decide to stick with the Seed, then whoever you've got in the back seats while you're on twisty turny roads, you might want to give them a sick bag.
The 1.5's engine officially averages 49.6 miles per gallon, but we'd recommend taking a look at the turbocharged 1 litre TGDI unit if you can live without the extra performance. It takes around 11 seconds to reach 62 mile an hour from a standstill, but it's smoother than most rival 1 litre engines and works well in town. It also averages 54.3 miles per gallon. The Soul Diesel is a 1.6 with 134 brake horsepower and a 0 to 62 time of 10 seconds. You'll need to cover the extra miles to make it worth buying over the equivalent petrol, but it averages 62.8 miles per gallon and is a good alternative to equivalent diesels in the Seat Leon and Volkswagen Golf. Don't forget the 7-year 100,000 mile warranty though, which is among the best out there, if not quite as good as SsangYong, which extends to a frankly remarkable 150,000 miles over the same number of years.
The boot, we have 395 litres of space, which is 15 litres more than the VW Golf, 25 litres more than the Vauxhall Astra, but 75 litres less than the current outgoing Honda Civic, but fair play, that one's pretty massive. And you fold down the seats almost flat, you've got 1,291 litres of space. Now Kia have really thought about awkward heavy things, so you've got minimal boot lip here. I mean, if you do need more space, then you can go for the Kia Ceed Sportwagon Estate, which has a rather large 625 litres, and then fold down all those seats nearly flat, 1,694 litres of space. So the Pro Ceed kind of sits somewhere in the middle, I guess. It's kind of worth considering if you want something just as smart and just a little bit more spacious. Now, I'm 5'6". I've got plenty of legroom, I've got plenty of headroom. I mean, even taller people are going to be very comfortable back here. That is because the updated Kia Ceed, which actually includes the pre-facelifted version, to be fair, was built on different underpinnings. So this is actually longer and wider than before. So passengers in the back and in the front have a little bit more space. Very nice. Now back here, shoulder room is very decent. If you're sat in the front seat as a passenger, you've got more headroom. I mean, you're only going to have more space for passengers in a Skoda Octavia because that's a bigger car, granted. Yeah, very roomy.
Right then, let's have a look at some of the Kia Ceed's deal makers and deal breakers. Passenger space is very good in both hatchback and sports wagon, but you should opt for the latter if you plan to take the whole family and the dog out for road trips. This facelift has boosted the Ceed's fit and finish to a new level. It looks smart and the tech is really easy to use. Yep, it's lucky number 7 again, a 7-year, 100,000 mile warranty to be precise, which is almost the best out there. Mind you, you may not have to use it because Kia came second out of 29 manufacturers in the latest Driver Power Owner Satisfaction Survey. Versions on 17-inch wheels are pretty firm riding, certainly less compliant than the VW Golf, which is one of the best riding cars in the class.
Look, I know there are much more exciting family cars on the market and much more desirable ones too, but not everybody wants an SUV. And actually, this facelifted Kia Ceed has definitely put this car now in line with cars like the Ford Focus, the VW Golf and the Seat Leon. I mean, to my eyes, this is the best looking Kia Ceed yet. And then if you factor in decent selection of standard kit, room for your family to stretch out in comfort, it just makes more and more sense, doesn't it? Plus, not forgetting that wonderful 7-year warranty. I mean, I know there's rivals like Ford and Mazda that are better to drive, and the Golf has better ride quality. But I think you'd be daft not to consider one of these. It's lovely.
If you like this video, then why not watch our review of the Volkswagen Golf or our Family Cars playlist. Thanks for watching.